Okay, hello, this is Johnny Bond again. As we left off, this is part two. Part two to help you understand my past, help you understand my future, and help you understand what we are attempting to do in these days of to bring equality, to bring fairness. This is our number one opportunity to make a change and make a difference in society. So here's what we're doing, guys. We have just created a landing page for our new club membership organization. It's called FAIR, F-A-I-R, is I-S-F-A-R-E, okay? And we left off talking to you a little bit ago about the Freedom Riders and what I had experienced in terms of my life being threatened in the summer of 1965. Now, what you got to do is think about what happened, the reason there was freedom riders, or even people who were protesting by walking into a restaurant to have dinner or lunch or whatever. I mean, who would possibly turn down some money, to buy some food? Yeah, but this is 1965, and we're in the South, okay? So my life was threatened. I want you to picture after we get in the truck, the back of the truck. I'm in the back of the truck there, and a lot of the people are sitting on the side inside the truck there. And I want you to picture and focus in your head, say a string bean, maybe 95-pound, 12-year-old. 13 years at the max. I don't know what my birthday was in that year, but I want you to picture a 12 to 13-year-old kid, string bean in terms of his linkiness. I want you to picture him riding a surfboard in California. Riding a surfboard, and this is basically what I was doing. Basically, because people were sitting on the seats on the truck bed, around the truck bed. People were sitting there. A lot of us, were sitting there, and this lanky kid now is like riding a surfboard in California on the waves, sitting there trying to balance himself to make sure that for one, he gets to see what's going on, but more importantly, he is trying to understand what is going on. Now, here's what you can do to try to understand, because at that point, I'd been sheltered, okay? Now, I want you to picture this real huge doctor, okay, who would, I'm talking about big enough to take a 13-year-old lanky person, butt naked, and have this person by his ankles and decide to spank him to bring him to life like you would do a baby. Only I'm 12, 13 years old, very lanky. But I want you to understand that when this doctor slaps me on my butt, okay, I cry out just like a child, because at that point I am coming to life. I'm coming to reality in something that I had never experienced in my life. So we are looking at freedom riders in this vehicle, and we're seeing these very angry men with chains and with the baseball bats. We're seeing them grabbing these people by the neck and by the shirt collar and everything. They're hollering, "Let's go, let's go, let's go!" And I'm sitting there in the midst of that, and I'm hearing them pretty much, the white guys, or the white freedom haters, I put it that way, spit and baseball bats flying. And they're taking their fist and punching them in the head, and they're ducking and whatever, and we're hollering, "Let's go, let's go!" And I'm sitting there riding the wave, standing in the middle of that van, riding the waves, trying to make sure that I am not harmed. And all of a sudden the truck pulls off, and I really truly understood what it meant when they said they were freedom riders. Not only were they freedom riders, but we had a freedom rider driver. And that's why they call themselves the freedom riders, because you had to ride to get the hell out of that dadgum location, okay? So anyway, this is Johnny Bond. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. We're going to come back to you and tell you why it came to that point of those persons having to protest. They came out of New York City. They came down to help in a protest, a freedom, a peaceful protest turned almost deadly for many of us. Johnny Bond, fairisfair.com, recent board member. God bless you on today.